Hello, I'm Brian Stans, Vice President, Global Support Services at Spinnaker Support. Joining me today is Chris Polston, our Director of Support Services. Chris and I help our J.D. Edwards customers through our third-party support and managed services practices. No matter which J.D. Edwards product or version our customers run, Spinnaker Support's team of experienced engineers help our customers around the world maximize the potential of their ERP software. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that many in the tech world shy away from, or are in downright denial about, and that topic is security. In this video, we will demystify three very important security topics that impact the J.D. Edwards environment and are often a source of confusion. Whether you are IT management, the C-suite, or a system administrator, this video is for you. So let's get started. I've been working with J.D. Edwards software for over 3 decades now. Just unbelievable. And it amazes me how vulnerable ERPs can be due to poor security practices. It's a topic I'm really passionate about, as robust security policies should be mission critical for every organization, regardless of what type of software you run. Chris.
Thank you, Brian. I agree with you that many companies shy away from having a robust conversation about their security approach. That's a conversation that we're eager to have with our customers. Failure to implement a smart approach to security can be costly, if not catastrophic, for your business. I routinely see headlines about how unfortunate companies have been hacked or damaged due to bad network security and related practices. When I talk to our customers about the security of their JDE environment, I always start with 3 important topics: Authorization Security, Authentication Security, and Ransomware Mitigation. We'll review each of these. Let's start with authorization. The first topic is Authorization Security. A simple definition of authorization from our friends at the National Institute of Standards is the official management decision given by a senior official to authorize operation of a system or the common controls inherited by designated organization systems and to explicitly accept the risk to organizational operations. The key part of this definition is to explicitly accept the risk to organizational operations. And security is all about risk. How you authorize someone is an indication of your risk tolerance. Examples include changing bank accounts, order execution, and the creation of new companies in the J.D. Edwards system. These are common areas of fraud. If you don't have the correct protocols in place, it's a recipe for disaster. Gartner indicates that 1/3 of all companies will experience fraud each year. It's serious. Sarbanes-Oxley also requires that your systems be locked down so that there's not a single person that could run the entire show. This is where segregation of duties is important, which is a critical concept within JDE. We have outstanding experience with authorization procedures and work with some great partners as well. So let us know if you have any questions on this.
The second topic is authentication, which goes hand in hand with vulnerabilities. The definition of authentication is the act of verifying the identity of a user, process, or device, often as a prerequisite to allowing access to resources in a system. Simply put, it's the credentials, such as a username, password, or a token between integrated systems. This is where the hackers attempt to gain access to a network posing as someone else through vulnerabilities in the software. Token hacking is a big deal because they can inject the token into multiple systems. Authentication recommendations include setting password rules, including a password expiration policy, and making sure that search engines such as Google are not indexing access points. That's a common mistake. Now, software publishers do attempt to mitigate vulnerabilities through patching, but patches are not foolproof by any means. We feel publisher patches are an incomplete security solution. Here are some of the realities of software patching. First, patches are not timely. Next, they don't all fit. They may not be available for older versions. They do require a lot of time to test and install. And some organizations, they don't even have the time to install these patches. Spinnaker Support's response to patching consists of the following elements. Virtual patching and proactive monitoring provide near immediate protection. You should be able to implement only the fixes applicable to your environments. By addressing issues through hardening and configuration, the entire stack is protected regardless of version. By hardening and incrementally improving the security, you save valuable time in installation and testing. Organizations must remain vigilant and not rely on patches that cannot be proven to resolve the common vulnerabilities and exposures, or CVEs.
Thanks, Brian. Because of the challenges with patching, we have developed a security philosophy to help our customers protect their J.D. Edwards system. This philosophy is a proactive and layered defense in-depth approach. We target the weakness category, or CWE, Common Weakness Enumeration, rather than individual threats or vulnerabilities, the CVEs. We feel that addressing individual vulnerabilities is an ineffective way to protect your systems against existing and zero-day threats. We use hardening techniques and compensating controls to ensure your systems are protected from unresolved or failed vendor patches such that they can pass penetration testing and audits. This approach enables us to address both known and yet-to-be-discovered exploits. All of this provides a direct benefit to our JDE customers, regardless of the version they are running.
The reason why authentication and having a firm grasp on the associated vulnerabilities is so important is that hackers attempt to undermine authentication to install ransomware. Those malicious actors attempt to get into your system by subverting authentication. It's been my experience that J.D. Edwards administrators are a bit naive on this topic. There's also a lot of confusion. Vulnerabilities allow would-be hackers to fool authentication protocols so that they can access your vital IT systems. And that leads us to our final topic, ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malicious attack where attackers encrypt an organization's data and demand payment to restore access.
Ransomware is big business for criminals, yet nobody likes to talk about it. While some high-profile attacks will make the news, like the attack on Colonial Pipeline, data shows that approximately half of all organizations will face an attack this year. Attackers use a variety of methods to gain access to systems so they can siphon data and encrypt key systems or the entire network. Backups can be destroyed, forcing you to pay a ransom to get your data back. Only a quarter of the time paying a ransom results in getting your data unlocked. Even then, the cleanup operation can take weeks. An amazing aspect of malicious ransom attacks is that they can be executed in a matter of seconds. It happens that fast.
Some helpful high-level tips to mitigate ransomware attacks are to use multiple admin accounts so that no one person has the keys of the kingdom, and have regularly backed up data recovery files stored on a separate host. Spinnaker Support provides access to experts in EnterpriseOne and World who will work with your IT team to make sure the entire system is secure. This advice ranges from what network configurations will work best for your ERP system to the most important elements to back up and at one interval. We can even help rebuild ERPs after an attack, but let me tell you, we'd rather help you up front instead of post-attack. When we talk about security with our customers, we're very clear about the internal and external threats. Again, authorization is an internal issue that can be very dangerous to a company if there's not a set of checks and balances of what an authorized user can do. There's an example of a municipality in Illinois that had a lenient authorization protocol. It allowed a particular user to write checks to fund a horse breeding operation. This was not an issue of authentication, as this person was a legit user in the system. And that actually resulted in millions of dollars of fraud. The bigger threat we see for companies is external parties that attempt to fool authentication protocols to wreak havoc and install ransomware. And this applies to OSs, databases, and middleware. It's complex, but not unsolvable.
Spinnaker Support takes a holistic 7-step approach to help companies secure and harden their systems. A custom risk review, an attack surface reduction, compliance audit support, vulnerability support, a security resource library, proactive security tooling, and a risk assessment bulletin. This is a comprehensive process. A testament to this approach is that 98% of customers who cited security as an issue report that their security level was improved or the same after switching to Spinnaker Support from vendor-provided support. We know the security landscape well.
This video just scratches the surface of security, and we'll be delving into these topics further through our blog and video series. Security, it's an ongoing battle, and no one has a 100% guaranteed solution. But there are smart steps you can take to mitigate security risk. If you would like to discuss how we can help you find a great balance between security and performance in your JD Edwards environment, or if you need help recovering from an attack, please reach out. We look forward to meeting you and helping you make the most of your investment in JD Edwards. Thanks for watching this video.